Welcome back to Liz's lovely allotment. Now it's early June 2025 and we've actually got some rain today, which is fantastic because we've had the driest April and May that I think I've ever known, and today it's actually been raining and a little bit blustery, but it's just a perfect time to come into the polytunnel or the greenhouse and check what's going on with all of the stuff that's growing in here, and everything's making amazing progress because even though the rain is hammering on the roof, it's 25 degrees in here and it feels really cozy. It's one of my favourite places on the allotment, is to come into the polytunnel or the greenhouse. So I thought I'd spend a couple of moments, not long, just showing you how to control your tomatoes, because the tomato plants are doing so well. They're making amazing growth. They've already got fruit, lots and lots of lovely flowers, but they can get really wild. So let's give them a little bit of a haircut. So these were the tomatoes that I planted on a previous video, no more than about a month ago, maybe a little bit less, and they went in and they were about 4 or 5 inches tall, and look at them now, and they've already had one haircut. So I've actually needed to cane them, so they've actually got canes in now, and they're clipped to the canes. So I just buy these clips from the site that sends you stuff through the post, or you can get a very sophisticated tomato clip here, which is a bit more expensive. Probably will last a little bit longer, and they were the ones that were given to me with the halo collars that are you can see on the bottom. So we're going to go to a plant that needs its side shoots taken out. So what does that mean? So if you can see in here, this is a side shoot. This needs to come out because that will make another stem, and then it will come away from the main stem and it will compromise what's going on the main stem. You want the main stem to be the main point of your tomatoes where the flowers are coming off. So I'm going to just, because this is small, I'm just going to pinch that off. It comes off really easily. You can throw that away. And they put out side shoots. I mean, I did this no more than a week ago, and look at this one here. This is a side shoot and this needs to come out, and it's really large. If I just move that leaf out the way there. So that's just appeared. I mean, they literally grow overnight. So that's a side shoot, and it might feel a bit brutal to take them out, but be brutal and take them out. The plant doesn't need them. So that side shoot there that I just showed you is quite thick, so I'm not going to be able to easily snap that off, possibly without damaging the plant. So I'm actually just going to use a pair of scissors. I'm just trying to do this one-handed, so it's a little bit awkward, but if I can get in there. There we go. Okay, so that's come off. Now, if you want more tomato plants, you can root those. I don't, because I have hundreds of them, so I don't need any more tomato plants. But and I've never tried it, but I've seen it done on a video where you can put that in water and that will grow roots. I mean, tomatoes, as I've said before, they are the gift that just keeps on giving. That will turn into another tomato plant. So if you're a bit short on tomato plants and you don't want to waste that lovely stem there, and it's actually got flower buds coming at the top there, then pop it in some water and see if it roots. Got nothing to lose. Okay, so what else are we going to do? Now, there's lots of schools of thought on what to do with tomato leaves. I'm not saying that I'm an expert in tomatoes, but I've grown them for years successfully. So what I do is I start taking off the lower leaves and leave air to circulate along the bottom, just stop problems in the future. So you can be quite brutal, as I've mentioned. You know, they don't mind having some of their leaves removed. So I am going to come in here and I'm going to take off some of these lower leaves. I'm just using a pair of kitchen scissors here. You can use secateurs or anything. So I'm taking off some fairly sizable leaves here. I'm just going to throw them away to give the fruit here the chance of getting the water, the nutrients and everything it needs, and the plant isn't then putting nutrients and water and wasted resources into leaves, because it's still got plenty of leaves going up the stem, so it's not going to do it any harm. I'm going to take these ones off down here as well. And there's my first truss of tomatoes coming there. And that may, the plant may look a little bit bare, but it won't do it any harm. And you're going to get more of the energy going into producing new tomatoes, which is what you want, because you're not going to eat leaves, but you are going to eat tomatoes. So I'm going along on my hands and knees, which is a bit hard on the knees. You could get yourself a kneeling pad if you so desire. And I'm just looking through and seeing which leaves I want to take off. Are there any side shoots? I mean, you do have to keep on top of this. It will run away with you really quickly. So I've taken off quite a few of the lower leaves, and I have got lots of tomatoes coming. I mean, it is only the 5th of June, so it's really exciting. This lot went in earlier than the other side, so this lot is ahead. But just looking through, you see I can see side shoots. You really have to have a good look. I've got one over there I need to get on. Otherwise they just grow so quickly. It's another one up there. There we go. And also keeping on top of the staking of the tomatoes, because it doesn't take long for them to outgrow their clips, and then you need to put more clips on. So mine have got lower clips here. This one's already on a 2nd clip. And keep an eye on the tightness as well, because the stem will swell and then sometimes the clips will cut into the stems. So maybe that's when these ones are a little bit better, because they're a bit fatter. I might just swap that one over to another size. So they're the ones that I bought, which are perfectly fine. I mean, they're just easy pushed together, but these ones are clearly a little bit better quality. So it just clips on the cane, and then it gives the stem a bit more freedom to swell. So they're looking all right. I'm quite pleased with those. I think we're going to have a bumper crop of tomatoes this year, which is brilliant. I've got lots and lots of varieties. I think about 18, 19 different varieties. And I kept the pots with them to tell me what they were. This one's I've never grown before, Lemon Cito. So we'll see what that one turns out like. So can't wait. Excited to have my first tomato.